We've learned how to add data to Firestore, how to add data with generated ID, and we've seen the two methods that are responsible for adding data, one for generated ID and the other for overwriting an existing data in a collection. But what about fetching the data? Because it will be useless if you add data and you cannot fetch it. So let's see how we can fetch data from Firebase Firestore in this tutorial. This is the project with me. This is my account activity. I have called some widgets and initialized them. I've designed a good, rather pretty, not that pretty screen with a welcome message and a profile picture, two buttons for logging out and editing profile info, and then a name and age and all that info. Then the edit info button and sign out has a method in the XML. The edit info sends the user to the account edit activity, which will change the text to edit account info because we're checking if the user is coming from the signing activity or the accounts activity. To get started, we'll call Firebase Firestore and then initialize it in the onCreate method. Here I'll call a method called getData. So once this screen starts, it will fetch the information from Firebase Firestore, which is the profile picture, the name, age, and the bio. But we're not working on the profile picture yet because that is a different topic, Firebase storage. But now let's try to get the information from the database. So our collection was users, and then I will get everything that was inside it. But remember, there is a document which is a random ID. So it should be difficult to get the ID because we don't even know what the ID is. So what I'm going to do in the onComplete listener interface, we're going to create a loop to loop through the collections inside, no, not collections actually, the documents inside the collections. But first I have to check if the task was successful or not. So if it was successful, that's the ID I'm talking about, the random ID. So we have to get it. So I'll call a for loop and I will loop through every document inside the collection by calling the query document snapshot, and I'll call it query document snapshot, and I'll say task dot get the result. So that will get every document inside the collection. So now that we have passed through the first stage, now getting the ID, we have to fetch the data inside the documents, which was the name and the age and then the bio. So use the document snapshots has a method called getString. The getString will fetch every data inside the document. And make sure you give it the correct name. So I'll say age equals document snapshot dot getString. Then call age. Call the bio document snapshot dot getString. And then The name was biography. Yeah, biography. So now that we've gotten everything into a variable, we need to set the fields for all of that. So at this point, I'm going to call a method. I'll write a method called set fields and then pass in the parameters. Set the text for all of them. Name the set text to name underscore. The reason why I added underscore so it will not clash with the text views because they are having the same name. Bio does set text to bio underscore. And I think we're done. So it is time to test the application and see if everything works correctly. In the sign-in activity, we are sending the user to the account activity in the onStart method. We're just going to send it straight to the account activity because here the user is registered already, so there's no need of going to the setup activity. So there it is. The item was retrieved from Firebase Firestore successfully. So that's it for this tutorial, guys. If you have any question, which I'm sure you would actually. So, oh, there it is. If I click the edit accounts, the name of the button changes to edit account info because I want to actually edit. So, thanks for watching, guys. If you have any question, contact me or you write it out in the comments below. I will see you in the next video.